What's up guys, Sal here. So when Huawei launched the Huawei Mate 30 Pro, they revealed officially that the handset doesn't come with Google apps and services. They also said that the bootloader will be locked, so there is no chance of installing custom ROM. But just a few hours after the event, it was discovered that you need only 10 minutes to bypass the ban and get all the Google apps and services and make it a full-fledged Android handset. The app that made it happen was LZ Play. All you needed to do was install it and follow certain instructions that would take around 10 minutes. Now, the app has been taken down, and the reason is, you've guessed it, a security backdoor. The whole reason why Huawei is banned in the first place. John Wu, one of Android's leading security researchers, has published an article about some sketchy practices the LZ Play app used to install Google apps. John says LZ Play app uses an undocumented API found on the Mate 30 Pro that gives it deep access to the system, and Huawei itself is the one who gave LZ Play app deep access to the system. But Huawei is totally denying it. I'll come back to that later. You see, this access given to developers by the OEM is important, as this prevents attackers from distributing malicious updates. For an app to be granted this access, typically its code must go through a rigorous review process by the OEM itself. But here's where things get a little shady. Out of all the special permission given to this LZ Play app by Huawei, 2 of them have not been even documented. So that means whoever installed this app on the Mate 30 Pro is vulnerable to attacks from malicious updates, and the security of the device has already been compromised. You see, just hours after John Wu published his article about this, the LZ Play app went offline. Even though you have an APK of that app, you still can't install the app. This, I guess, gives credence to John Wu's report that whatever he has discovered is absolutely true. Journalists asked Huawei about this, and their response was that they have absolutely nothing to do with the LZ Play app, which I totally saw it coming. I mean, why Huawei would even admit this in the first place? Now we know that LZ Play needs special permission, and that permission must be given by the OEM of the device itself, in this case Huawei. So
I wonder if he know that I know he's lying right now.
That said, soon after the report, the Mate 30 Pro started failing the safety net test. If you don't know, safety net is Google's way of making sure a device is valid, secure, and not rooted. You can't use Google Pay if your device doesn't pass the safety net test. Anyway, what does all this mean to you? Look, if you have the Mate 30 Pro and still haven't installed the LZ Play app, or you're planning to get the Mate 30 Pro, then know that there's absolutely no way you can download Google Apps and Play Store on the Mate 30 Pro. Absolutely no way. But if you already have the Mate 30 Pro and have already installed the LZ Play app, then yes, you can enjoy the Google apps. But remember this, that the security of your device has already been compromised, and you're susceptible to attacks from anyone who wants your personal information, including your banking information. So be careful before you even think about buying this handset. I would advise you to wait until the US lifts the ban, which probably might not happen anytime soon. The Trump administration is saying that they'll not extend the temporary license once it expires in December. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. I hate to say this, but it looks like Huawei is done in the Western market. No wise man would ever spend 1100 euros for a phone which is basically a brick. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.